The financial illusions that keep empires rich and people poor. Most people believe the world's wealth is the result of intelligence, hard work, and progress. That nations become rich because they innovate, and people stay poor because they don't try hard enough. But what if that belief itself is an illusion? What if wealth and poverty aren't accidents of effort, but outcomes of design? Across history, empires have risen without producing value equal to their power. At the same time, millions have worked endlessly without escaping financial pressure. The mystery isn't why inequality exists. The mystery is why it keeps repeating across centuries, systems, and continents. To understand this pattern, we must look beyond surface economics and into the illusions that quietly shape financial reality. Origins. When wealth was tied to reality in early civilizations, wealth was tangible. Land, labor, gold, and resources defined power. Empires rose by controlling production farms, trade routes, minerals. If rulers overreached, scarcity followed. If taxes became unbearable, rebellions began. Money reflected real value, and limits existed. Debt was dangerous. Too much of it collapsed societies, which is why ancient cultures practiced debt forgiveness. Power had boundaries. But boundaries limit empires. Rise. The illusion of infinite money. The first major illusion appeared when finance separated from production. As empires expanded, wars became constant and expensive. Rulers needed funding faster than taxes could provide. Private lenders offered a solution: debt. At first, borrowing seemed temporary, but interest changed everything. Debt could be rolled forward. Old loans paid with new ones. When central banking emerged, the illusion deepened. Money no longer required physical backing. It required confidence. Currency stopped representing stored value. It represented promises. This allowed empires to spend beyond limits without immediate consequences. The illusion was born. Money could grow endlessly. Breaking point. When illusions replace reality eventually, debt outpaced productivity. Empires weren't growing because of output, but because of leverage. Crises exposed the cracks. Wars, crashes, depressions. Each time, the solution was identical. Print more money, lower interest rates, expand debt. The illusion survived because pain was delayed. Inflation didn't hit immediately. Currency erosion felt gradual. Responsibility became invisible. People blamed markets, governments, or themselves, never the structure. The illusion worked because it spread consequences across time. Fallout: who pays the real price? The cost didn't disappear, it moved. Prices rose faster than wages. Savings lost value. Assets concentrated at the top. Empires grew richer not by producing more but by managing debt better. Those closest to money creation benefited first. Everyone else paid through inflation and reduced purchasing power. Poverty wasn't created by laziness. It was reinforced by design. The illusion told people the system was fair while quietly redistributing wealth upward. Failed fixes? Why reforms never work. Every era promised reform. New laws, new regulations. The core illusion remained untouched. But the core illusion remained untouched. Why? Because the system depends on belief. Belief that money is neutral. Belief that debt is necessary. Belief that growth must continue forever. Breaking the illusion would mean admitting limits. And empires don't survive limits, so fixes addressed symptoms, not structure. Modern parallels? Same illusion, bigger scale today. Global debt is larger than any empire in history. Trillions are created digitally, instantly. Inflation erodes purchasing power worldwide. Housing becomes unreachable. Work produces less security. Yet the narrative remains the same. Work harder, consume more, trust the system. The illusion persists because it's normalized. People don't see chains when everyone wears them. 3 takeaways. First, wealth isn't just earned, it's engineered. Second, poverty isn't accidentally, it's structural. Third, illusions survive by making alternatives unthinkable. The system doesn't collapse suddenly. It slowly tightens. The real question isn't whether the illusion exists. It's how long it can last before reality breaks through. If this story changed how you see money, power, or history, subscribe for more finance documentaries. Because once you see the illusion, you can't unsee it.